Hey, what's going on, guys? I am here with Boulder Camper Vans. We are at an amazing festival here in Colorado, hence Boulder Camper Vans. Yay! Brian, I got Maddie. They're gonna show off one of their vans, but they've got on site, they've got two others that I will get some footage and show everybody of that. We're gonna talk to them about all the different things that they do. I just saw their vans and I fell in love and I figured I'd share with everybody here, so let's go! Brian on my left, Maddie on my right. Brian, are you the owner?
I am the owner.
Oh, yep. Sweet.
Yep, that's me.
And Maddie, what is your title here at the...
Operations manager.
Operations manager.
Yep.
And
she
when
runs everything in the house.
Yeah.
When I had the conversation with you guys yesterday, Maddie was like, no, you talk to me. And I was like, you got it.
She keeps everybody in line, most certainly keeps me in check,
Yeah.
without a doubt. This is my right-hand girl, for sure.
You know, usually I go inside to the out. I want to touch on one thing on the outside first, because it's like what everybody wants right now.
And what is that?
And that's that big pole right there.
That's STARLINK. Yeah.
STARLINK.
Yeah, thank you, Elon Musk, for coming out with that. Appreciate that, but that's definitely changed the game. That's something that we have all of our clients ask for, is how do I get internet on the road? How do I get Wi-Fi on the road? And in the past, it's really been just a cell booster, which has been the best thing that's out there, but this is definitely a game changer.
Yeah.
150 megabytes per second when we're out here, so that's usually enough juice to get you powered through whatever you got to do on the road.
That's
so,
awesome.
Yeah, we're happy to have that.
I can't wait to see more of these out there in the overlanding, in the van world. This is a client build behind us.
Yep.
You guys obviously have been in business for a while.
Yep.
You know what you're doing.
We do.
So talk to me a little bit about where did Boulder Camper Vans come from?
Boulder Camper Vans came from, I graduated University of Maryland with an automotive engineer, so I've always been into the automobile industry and just kind of taking a vehicle from its stock position. Love taking things again from the stock to looking something like this, which is the Alpha, which is one of my favorite vehicles.
This is called the Alpha.
This is called the Alpha.
Okay, how many floor plans do you have?
We're completely custom camper van shop, so everything has really been different from the last. You know, when a client comes in, they want it their way, and so they're gathering all this stuff that they see out there, and well, I like this van a lot, but it doesn't have that, and I like that van a lot, but it doesn't have that, and that's why they come to us, because we are a true kind of custom shop that does it on a really high quality. So
that's really interesting. I was about to bring that up. Like, not many custom shops are very high end, and you guys are high end.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to kind of step on in and go from there?
Yeah, for sure, absolutely. And so one of the things before we even step in is this kind of drop down table, which is really cool. It's something that we created that doesn't have to have a pole kind of in the way. So
how did you do it? Can we tell them? Can we give secrets?
We can.
Company secret.
Yep. So this and this drawer slide that comes out. So this just kind of goes in and sits right against the wall right there, and that's
do we have anything? I mean, that's not something patentable, but did you have anything patentable in the van?
No, other than just our style and our vibe. That's hard to replicate. So that's good enough for us.
Honestly, that's probably why I came over here to tour you guys. Honestly, I was like, I met you guys and it was just like a vibe. I never even asked you, what are we in? Which van are we in? What kind of?
This is a Mercedes Sprinter 144 wheelbase.
Earlier it was a dually?
Dually.
It's
Yep,
a dually.
3500.
Yep.
So it's a 4x4.
Yes.
And it's a dually.
Yep.
So it's a rare breed.
Yeah.
I think.
You don't see 144 dualies a lot.
No.
You know, the 3500 XD is really meant for somebody who wants to tow things, get a little bit of better traction, which is up for debate in the community. But you know, I've got some experience driving this thing, and it definitely drives better than what I have, which is the same year, 4x4, but just not a dually.
Wow.
So this thing's definitely a lot more stout. The rails underneath are a lot more stout. It's definitely a beastier vehicle for sure.
I want to touch upon this layout that we're in right now, because it's super unique. I don't really see this kind of a layout. Well, talk to me.
It is. So we did something similar before. This guy fell in love with that layout, but you know, it was really about kind of separating the spaces with this build, right? Like you definitely have your kind of bed vibe there, and this definitely kind of gives you that open space in the front area right here versus like just a kitchen galley and then something on this wall as well. So I definitely think the L galley is not something that I've seen, but something that we created that I've really fallen in love with. Definitely a unique layout that maximizes the space, especially in a 144. There's a pull-out toilet and stuff that comes out right here, which is
everybody asks when they watch the video. Where's the toilet?
They definitely want a toilet, so that's easy. That's super simple toilet to deal with, just a cassette toilet. So
any space, so that's good too.
Yeah.
It's definitely the best toilet to pull out in a drawer, take up minimal space versus like a Nature's Head or a.
You did some etching on on the front of your cabinet, looks like?
Yeah, so we've got a CNC in-house, so we get to do a bunch of cool, like, unique designs like that to make it stand out from the rest, and this is kind of a great cabinet to do that on because it faces out the door.
Yeah.
Is that a specific mountain? Is it just the mountain range?
No, it's just a mountain range.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Go on then, nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, cool. And then we've got all of our Victron stuff over here. We've
at
got
that
600
setup,
amp
huh?
hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the touch screen. It tells us how much solar we have coming in.
Yep.
It tells us how much DC power we're currently using. And it's very, like, even if we turned off just this light right here, that number would adjust.
Right.
So it's very accurate on how much we're pulling, and has a couple different screens to it. Talks about how much water you have left in your tanks.
Yeah.
So you have the water thing hooked up. Yeah, you do.
On the
Great.
servo, yep.
And I also see you have a Rixon's, it looks like.
Yeah, we have Rixon. So we love the D5. You know, we've tried a couple other things that just have failed us.
Okay.
Some other names out there, and the Rixon is definitely consistent. And you can put multiple blowers in. You could do a radiated heated floor. You know, you have that on-demand hot water or that constant hot water.
You also told me that the countertop is something I don't see much of.
Yeah, this is kind of unique to us. You know, it's this is something that I did right out of the very first van that we had built. It's surecrete, which imitates a concrete, and it has that really earthy tone, which is what we try to, our vibe that we try to go off between the bamboo and the concrete is just something that is from our inception and that we'll always stay true to. And this was a very difficult one to do just because of the open farm sink, and the way that it's L'd like this was one of our more complicated pours that we did, but we make the mold and everything.
You do from scratch?
Yeah.
I mean, you have to. Everything's custom.
You have to. There's steel strapping all behind this upper cabinet just to make sure that it's super secure and it doesn't make any noises going down the road. So, not only we're not all about the visual, we're super excited what's behind the walls and what you can't see. And we love when our clients come by the shop when we're in the middle of something, because everything is just super tuned up. Again, like I said, from the wiring, the insulation, the wall panels, and everything. The safety of the client, the durability of it.
See, they even went with a microwave.
Yeah.
They even went with a microwave. A microwave is nice, right? Like, in a sense, like at home, I don't use it as much. I'm more of a cast iron man myself.
Okay,
but,
nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. For heating stuff up and the simplicity of what a microwave offers, and like I said, with all the power that we have, the 3,000 watt Victron inverter.
600 amp hours, which is more than enough.
More than enough.
Yeah.
The guy never has even plugged the van in. I mean, so it's just been not a problem.
Yep.
There's 400 watts of solar on the roof. That's as much as you can squeeze up there. But
That was my next question.
Between it charging when you drive, the solar. When I grew up in like RVs and stuff, that was always the problem for me. Right? Not enough battery power, having to be at a KOA and be plugged in, and that's not what we're all about. We want to be out in the middle of nowhere, 32 gallons of water.
You'll probably run out of water before you run out of power.
Yeah, totally.
And
then the last thing is being like 4 season, making sure that you can be all year round. So we do heating. We keep all the water tanks inside and do heating pads on the batteries and the water tank.
Floored by this floor plan.
Right.
I even noticed you have like steps going up into the bed.
Yeah, that's just to make it easier to get up there. So that's
But also
It's made for us short people.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying?
You can also do this.
Swivel this around here.
So that's a swivel.
Yeah, it
Obviously,
is.
you're sitting in a swivel.
I am.
If it is raining, right, you can all come in and sit and eat and do whatever you need to do.
Totally. This van was really well thought out.
Yeah.
Really well
I'd
thought out.
say it's one of those floor plans. It's just like so simple, but we never did it.
Nope. We did it now.
We did it now.
We did it now.
What's above you? I'm sure I'm going to get questions about what this thing is.
So yeah, this is a cargo net. So versus like the hard kind of shelf, which some people have a problem with and some people don't. But
I hit my head a few times.
There needs to be caution tape on that thing, without a doubt. The cargo net's just an alternative to that, and that's something that we designed with a company called Wrangler.
Yeah, it's right here. Yeah.
Yep, and they'll do any custom net that you want.
You guys have other. It looks like you have lighting under there. You have a lighting. You have different lights everywhere.
And these dim too.
Yeah, these are all just kind of like you just hold that and they can just go down. If you just hold the switch here, it just turns blue.
It's one of those. Okay.
Comes down, turns purple when it's at its lowest, and then back up into blue, and then green at its highest. Little magnetic spice rack back there.
Obviously, got to have that.
Avi.
And Avi, and then you have this amazing farmhouse sink, is what you talked about.
Very kind of one-off for us. We definitely like to conserve space as much as possible, but this is something that was requested, and again, we're always down to.
Is there anything in there?
Explore that.
I mean, it's the sink.
It's just a sink. It's just a big old sink. I wanted to
Just a
see
big
it.
sink.
It's just a big sink. I love it.
Yeah, but we always do these custom inlays too, just to kind of give you more kind of
Like
space.
we hand put that piece of butcher block together. That
Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's a piece of walnut.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
piece of wood.
I'm gonna go to the back now, and I'm gonna. You guys can talk to me about this amazing bed we got going on.
Okay, cool.
So now I'm standing in the back now, and I've got Maddie.
Yeah.
Maddie. Obviously, it looks like your heads are going here.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Because you got this thing that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we got a projector. We wired up here.
Wow.
And this was client request, of course. This is
Okay.
in every van.
You would think that this is claustrophobic right here, but it's really not. Did you guys do something special there, or what's going on?
Well, I think just kind of keeping this area open like this kind of gives you this kind of out right here. And
Yeah.
he also has the windows in the rear as well, so I think it kind of opens up. It feels like I think it's just missing claustrophobic and feeling actually quite cozy.
And even there's a cubby, it looks like, down in there.
Yep.
Down here. And we have the flare space too to give you that extra length.
You're a tall gentleman, and you fit in here rather
I do.
easily.
I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
Cool.
Yep.
Did you go with a lucid foam mattress, or?
We actually custom made this mattress ourselves, so we cut the foam in-house.
Get out of town.
And then just have all the covers made for it as well. Goes up in there like this.
Takes a little bit of shimming.
I actually haven't done this in a while. There it is.
Yeah.
It's actually really nice.
Yeah.
It's really, really nice.
Right.
And then you can just connect pretty much anything to that
Yeah,
projector.
wirelessly, yep.
Yeah?
Yep, just AirPlay right to it.
Get out.
Yeah, so it's pretty nice.
That is pretty nice.
I mean, I would not hate watching in bed on that screen.
You're right, man. It's
right, I love
unbelievable. For people that didn't see it, there's a dual fan, so you have good, nice cross ventilation.
Yeah, one air coming in and one going out, and just to create that nice breeze for sure. Absolutely. It's not an AC. It's definitely always usually two fans.
Which brings me to another point. You would put in AC per client request. I
Totally.
believe you have one in a van that's over here.
Yeah.
Yep, we have a pneumatic cooling in the van that's over there. It's a 12-volt unit.
Before we have everybody move to the outside and we talk about the space underneath this, is there anything else you'd like to share with me in here?
You know, I think we covered most of the details. I think the camera will kind of show everything that it needs to.
Yeah, come on out to the outside. Maddie's taking the easy way.
Yeah.
On the outside, it looks like you've got the full kit and caboodle in off-roading things that you need. You've got
We do.
the step, you got the wheels and tires, you got
The STARLINK.
the STARLINK.
We've got the flares, you know, we've got the roof rack, we've got the awning.
Awning.
We wanted to do the lighting all the way around, so we've got 2 pod lights on the rear, the sides, the driver's side, with a big light bar going across the front. Again, the big dually setup with the BF Goodrich all-terrains, which I love.
Are you okay mix and matching products a little bit? You got Baxwoods, you got Aluminous,
Yeah,
you got
know
another,
what?
I don't even know
We
what you have on
most
top.
certainly are. You know, I think because of the options that are out there with what we're, what's our inventory, Aluminous is really the best Nerf bar out there in my opinion.
That's a Nerf bar.
That's a
Yeah.
Nerf bar.
Got it.
Yep, exactly. But love my boys over at Backwoods. They make a great product. super
Ty's a great
stout.
dude.
Yeah, they're amazing. Ty's visited us a couple times.
Has
so
he?
We're happy. You know, a big thing that we like to do as well is always do the Line-X on the hood.
Good touch, yeah.
Yeah.
I know, right? It is. Number one, just because for a guy like me, I don't want rock chips all over the hood.
That's right.
Right, and some of the terrain also that I'm going in, there's some low-lying branches that get the flares, get the hood, and the rocks on the
Rocker
panels down
Yeah.
low.
So obviously you have the Baxwoods bumper with this Warn winch, which is just the ultimate get out of jail.
Yeah, 100%. So wireless remote, Warn Xeon 12S Platinum winch with the synthetic rope. Rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. That's that type.
I'm sure the client's probably pulled more people out than he's actually pulled himself out.
Totally, I can attest to that myself, and I've got a
You
bunch
have
in
one?
the front of mine.
Yeah.
And so, but that's just as fun.
Oh yeah.
Right? It's even more fun because you're not the one that's stuck, and you get to kind of test your stuff out. Driving around in a snowstorm, like just looking for people.
Right. I mean, you can't go wrong with the black rhinos.
No,
Yeah.
no, the destroyers, no, they're great.
Yeah, let's go to the trunk area,
Yep.
the garage. You did this build 2 years ago, but the STARLINK has got to be a new thing.
Yeah, it is a new thing. So
Okay.
STARLINK in general is a new thing, and this client had asked for it, he knew about it when he heard about it 2 years ago, and so he was chomping at the bit to get it put on.
Okay.
And so again, a very good client of ours, so we got that put on, added that 30-foot telescoping pole. Higher you get, the better it could be. So
Nice.
Yeah.
So the pole was custom by you.
yeah, the
Okay.
pole and the mounts were custom, and then we added the STARLINK. Yep.
And who did the boxes in the back with the bike rack?
We put those on, but that's by a company by Al Vans.
Al Vans, okay.
Vans, yeah.
Okay, and the
This is all-
tire
this is all
cover.
their components.
Yeah, you guys mix and match everything, but that's okay. You
We really do.
Frankenstein.
It looks good.
It does look good.
Everything other than the label on it, it all kind of flows together.
It does look
It
good.
really does.
So we got a lot going on back here.
Yeah, so there was a really special request for this garage. So the first thing I'll kind of highlight is kind of some of the things that you see on the outside. And this is an outdoor shower. Yeah, we have an outdoor shower curtain.
Oh, cool.
And
Is this your product?
yeah, it is. So you just snap this on here, and that just pushes on,
You
Nice.
got the shower holder over there.
right? So you can just stand up here,
Okay, so I just did a video recently and I talked about why hasn't anybody have this yet?
right?
And it takes you off the ground.
It takes you off the ground. You're not standing in the mud.
So you have this. This is great.
Here it is.
Yeah.
And we have a magnetic shower curtain that covers you up here, and then the
Privacy.
holder up here when you want to shower.
Yeah.
If you want to do it that way.
Of course.
So it just makes it nice. So A, you're not filling your gray tank on the inside. You're not worrying about moisture and mold or water leaking or anything like that. You have an outdoor shower.
I'm going to ask a weird question. How come you didn't put the holder on that side?
They changed it.
Yeah, this is just one that can come off. You can put wherever you
oh.
As you can see the marks here.
Because I was going to say the water's on that side.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
I'm not sure why they moved it.
Okay.
Maybe you'll send that little clip to them.
Okay. It just made sense to me, but you even have an illuminating, blue light illuminating water tank.
Yeah, so this is just to check the water level on the tank.
Sure.
Another way to kind of check that out when you're in the back. 32 gallons again.
Thank you.
We always try to squeeze at 32 gallons as much as possible. It's possible to do more, but I really like the fact of some of the water tanks that are available out there that fit over the wheel well, right over the axle distribution like that. Pretty wild stuff in this garage. You wanted a chainsaw in the garage, so we've got the battery charger. It's battery operated by Still. That's how you want to say it.
Battery powered chainsaw.
Battery powered chainsaw.
So a 16 inch it looks like maybe?
Yeah, it looks like a 16 inch to me.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And why did he want this? Because he
You know, this is his trail rig.
Yeah.
This is his over-the-top trail rig that if there's a branch or a log in the way,
I can cut it.
Not
Yeah.
going to be a problem. Not going to be a problem.
It's actually pretty genius. I'm not gonna lie. You do all your own electrical. You know,
Yeah.
outsource that.
Yeah, we do all of our own electrical.
Cool.
We do all of our own plumbing. You know, we don't make things like the roof rack or the exterior components, but everything that you see on the inside of the van is pretty much us.
And I just noticed that thing tucked away. Holy
Yeah.
crap!
Yep, that just turns
What
to
is
the
that? Who makes
inside.
this?
So this is a pet step.
That's what that is.
It's a pet step.
But can
Yeah,
it can hold?
I found that early on when I was really looking for this kind of solution, and I knew there had to be one out there already, and this was the perfect thing that kind of worked for us.
You were spot on. It was one out
Yeah.
there. A pet step, as in
Pet
for animals,
for
Yes.
animals to help them
but it
get
can
in the
hold
car.
human weight.
Yep.
I know people always like, oh well, I made a bamboo mat or I
Right,
put
but
it.
then that's something else you got to deal with.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm like, no, let's lift it off.
Go.
Anything else you want to share with me back here?
No, I think that's mostly it.
So you didn't do a pass. Oh, you can't do a pass through because you have the L.
Because we have the L.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
We have the L, so it doesn't work in this type of setup.
No, it does not work in this type of setup, but that's per client request. Boulder Camper Vans, you guys are here in Colorado,
Yep.
Boulder,
Yes.
Colorado.
Yep.
That would make sense.
Yep.
How long we booked out? Because this is the ongoing problem right now with the van builders,
Right now we're booked out till February 2023.
which isn't bad.
It's not bad. People don't want to wait a year, 2 years for a van, so
And it takes us about 2 to 3 months to do a build.
yeah.
Okay.
You know,
How big's your crew?
we've got about 22 in total between both shops.
Oh, okay. So you have
Yep.
2 shops,
Yep.
22 total,
Yep.
and it's just cranking out
Just
material.
cranking out vans.
Yeah,
And
that's
we run
great.
About 60 vans a year.
6-0?
Yeah, 60.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Well, guys, I cannot thank you enough. Thank you
Thank
that I got
you.
to meet you guys, and we didn't even. I said I was going to talk about these vans, but we didn't talk about them.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all
What's that floor plan over there? Do you know?
This is
Sprinter 144.
yep.
Yeah.
2 benches in the back. Just a very one of
That
our
have
more
flip-ups.
basic builds. Basic build.
Okay,
So,
that one, the far one.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
far one.
Okay, and
Yep.
then what's this one right here?
It's a
This-
170 Sprinter.
Yep, and this is
Yeah.
pretty high end for us. This is about probably a
it's worth it.
$260,000 build.
The
Yeah.
build itself was 260 plus the van, or
No, all in.
All
all together?
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is crazy because to me this looks like a 260 build.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, I can't wait to see what this is. And that's basic. I was in that earlier. That's
Yep.
really nice, guys.
Yep. Cool.
Really nice, guys.
Awesome.
I will put all your information below, but thank you again, and we will see you guys soon.
Thank you.